So now we're going to take a look at how you can find comps and analyze properties within FlipComp. And the screen that we're looking at now, which is showing us our properties list from our default MLS. Now, we can search for properties based on criteria that we would like. And there's another video in here that'll actually walk you through how you can save a search. But I'll show you that here really quick again. But when we're searching for properties, we can identify the market. So you can look through all the different FlipComp markets that are available. We can use a location. And so this is a pretty neat tool right here. So let's just say that the city, I'm going to enter a city, and once I see it appear on my list here, I'm going to click on it. And that'll take the map over into that area. So now I can identify the specific areas that I would like to target. So you'll notice just above this map, there's a circle icon, there's this little line icon, and there's a square icon. Now these icons will allow you to draw on this map the area that you would like to see the properties from within. So let me show you what I mean. Let's just say that we wanted to find a radius, and I'm going to click on this circle. So I click on the circle, and then I'm going to click where I want the center of that circle to be. So I can click there, and I just move my mouse out. And then once I'm satisfied with that radius, I'm going to click on my mouse again. So that's going to save that area. Now what I can do is if I go and I apply my filters, and I can add any of these other filters as well, but if I go and click on my Find Deals, it is going to pull back a list based on that area that we highlighted. So you have a few different options when it comes to that. So let me show you that again. We're going to click on the Use Location, and we're going to enter an area. Click on it. That'll move my map over to that area. And now I'll show you one of the other options that we have, which is this. It looks like a little arrow almost. And now this is going to allow you to draw lines. So you're going to place your cursor someplace, just one click, and that'll sort of set where you're going to begin. And now you'll see, just move your mouse to where you want this line to go. Click on it for it to stop. Now we're going to make another line. Click for it to stop. Another line. Click for it to stop. Now this doesn't have to, this can go any which way you guys want. The only thing you need to keep in mind is that you need to make sure that you end where you began. So you've sort of connected all the dots, if you will. So again, we could do the same thing. Click on Find Deals, and the deals that the system will find will be based in that area that we've highlighted. So now we can scroll and take a look at what are the properties that may be good deals. So as we're scrolling down, now one thing that I'm looking at is this ARV column, and this is identifying the list price as compared to the ARV. Now you want that to be a little bit lower to have a better investment opportunity. So like this one, for example, 77. That means that the list price, it is listed for 77% of what we anticipate the after repaired value to be. So let's take a look at this one. I'm going to click on the address itself, and that is going to jump me into that particular property. Now, once I am in the property, if we have some images, they'll be displayed here. But when you're in the property file, you'll see a few things. You'll see the address up top. You'll see the list price as well. You're going to see three values in terms of the after repaired value on the property. So you'll see an ARV, which is the value that FlipComp assigns to it. And then we have a couple of outside sources that we tap into as well, ePraisal and Zillow with their Zestimate. So those are just some values to help you to get a better understanding of the value of this property. Now you can see there's an Analyze tab. There's a Details tab to start with some details about the property. You'll see images here, a description of the property. You'll actually find the MLS number there as well. You'll see there's an Analyze tab. And within the Analyze tab is where you're going to be able to identify, what your max offer should be, the highest comp in the area, and you'll see on the right here, we have some comps that we can see, and we're going to get more into that in just a moment. But this Analyze section will give you a breakdown of the numbers. So you'll be able to see, based on a sale price and your purchase price, what will this deal look like? Now, some of these numbers are automatically going to be pre-filled in for you, and you're going to be able to enter these defaults in your financial settings. So there is a video that you can watch that'll walk you through how you can enter and where you can find these financial settings, because the financial settings will play a part in the default numbers that get included when you're looking at your deal. So as you scroll down, and you can update these as you see fit. We have a default for repairs and construction. We can adjust that if maybe we went and visited the property, found out that it was more than our typical, make those adjustments. But it'll give you a profit margin at the bottom based on these numbers. You can adjust them as you see fit. You'll see comps. So the comps tab that you see here will be directly related to the comps that you see on the map over on the right-hand side of the screen. This will just give you a list of them, and you can identify if they're sold comps, pending, or active. So you'll see they are color-coded within the list of comps as well as on the map itself. Then there'll also be, if we have public records on the property, you'll see this public records tab. Now, if we come over here to the map itself, a couple things that I'll point out is along the top of the map, you're going to see the criteria that is being used to pull these comps. You can adjust that criteria by clicking on the green icon that's just to the right of that. This is our filter icon. So you can filter any of this criteria. So maybe we want to use a little bit larger radius, or we can identify it in the same zip or same city. How many days back? Let's take a look at a year back instead of 6 months. We can look at bedrooms and bathrooms and the year that the property was built. This property, I can see our subject property here was built in 1976. So maybe I want to adjust this a little bit to account for that. Now, once I've adjusted my comps, I can simply click on the Apply button, and what will happen is the system will apply that criteria and display the comps accordingly. So you'll see when we open that up, we got some additional options. Now, just so you know, at the bottom of the map is you will see what these color codes represent. So we have active is green, pending is orange, the black are sold. If we are giving you public records, they'll be in white. Subject property is actually the bullseye. Now, we do have, similar to when we were getting our filters to pull our list of properties, how we had some options within the map that we could identify the location that we'd like to see our comps for. We can do the same thing within this comps map. So I use the circle and I use the little arrow icon. So now I'll use the square or rectangle. So I'll click on that. Again, once I click on it, you'll see it's highlighted. So now I'm going to click in a place on this map where I would like my area to begin. So let's just say we want it to begin here. And now I'm going to take and I'm just going to make the area. So once I'm satisfied with the area, I'm going to click again. And now the comps that'll be displayed, so even though it still shows this circle, the comps that are displayed are the comps based on the area that I selected. And again, those will be directly related to the comps that you see on the left. So each of these comps will be a comp that you see on the map. So you can take a look. You can get a better idea of the comp. So if you clicked on the word comp to the right of each of these, it'll actually open up a new tab and take you to that property so you can find some details on it. See all the details there? You can remove the comp from this list by clicking on remove. That'll essentially take it off of the list here. Now, one thing that I'll point out too is that you can see, and it's tough to see on the map, but as I'm placing my cursor on these different options, there's going to be a little bullseye, and that's a good one. So you can see this property right here. If you look right underneath here, right there, there's a little bullseye. So that's essentially indicating that this property on the left is this property on the map. So it's one and the same. It's just identifying specifically where that property is at. Now, a couple other things that I'll point out is when you're in here, you can view some details. You can also view, and the details are right here, but you can also view a street view. So you could view a street view of this property. It'll take you to a Google map. To get out of the street view, you'll see there's the arrow in the upper left. You can also print a report. So clicking on that print button, and I'll just show you this, clicking on this print button will allow you to print a report. That report will include all of the details about this property. It'll include all of the Analyze tab, as well as the comps that we're showing on the list, on the comps that are being displayed. When you click on to print, will be the comps that appear in the report. Now, once you're ready to get back to your list of properties, you can always click on the logo in the upper left-hand corner. I'm just going to go to our support. So if you guys do have any questions, whether it's about the topics or information that was discussed in this video or anything that has to do with FlipComp, please let us know. You can reach us at 888-292-9606 or send us an email to support@flipcomp.com.